Alright folks, so going to show you something a bit different now, and something, one of the main joys of this sort of channel really, hints and tips. Now one question I get asked, and I get asked it a lot, is how do I do the grips on my rod? Now I'm not going to take no no credit for this. This is down to Joseph, okay? So I've got my T9s, T1s, and these are the T12s done. So when it's cold weather, sometimes obviously you've got your rear one and that, it's nice to have grips. So basically, especially when it's wet and that, you've got a good firm grip of the rod. And especially when I'm reeling in, like, and sometimes with like levering fish, like big fish up and that, you can get a good grip on it. So what he does is he does this. So basically puts these grips on, which is put together, and it just gives you that extra grip, especially in cold, wet conditions and stuff. It's nice. Now these ones here, if you can see, they've got spacings at the top with coasters. Now the reason for that is I've bought these Century T1200s, as you can see there now. The Salvadors I bought, okay, a little bit nicer to cast. And the reason I've bought them is for going Fuerteventura, targeting the big stingrays, for going skate fishing and stuff like that. So the trouble is, I don't want to just use them for that. So if I want to go eeling, or I'm going out some places and stuff, and I want a bit more stiffer rod and that, I can use them over here as well. So I've got the reel seat sat at the bottom, exactly the same as my other one, same height, and I've also got the coasters a bit further up. They don't interfere with it, so then I can just whack a big thick spool on, and as you can see here now, that's the buoy I've got to play with. It's got 80 or 60 pound of drag, so it's perfect for the stuff. Just going to put my phone on silent before we start getting people ringing. That is Ian Vincent. Hey, you all right, mate? There you go. So I will, after that message, I'll answer that message in a minute, buddy. But yeah, they're perfect for that. So I'm going to go over to Joseph now and show he can run through how he puts these grips together, and a perfect little touch really. I mean, me being a bit of a tackle tart, I finished the tops off with blue on my T900s, red on my T1s, and I've now gone for white on my T12s. But you pick your colours, and Joseph would do the rest.
Right then guys, so to get you started with these grips, anything like 150 pound leader, if you want a slightly thicker grip, 200 pound leader, 300 pound, whatever you want you can use. I like using the 150, it just gives you that enough purchase to not slip but not be uncomfortable in the hand. Now this is the one that I've done, because this is going to be my marker for this one. So take that butt cap off. Now on most normal rods, people aren't really fussed about the millimeters. But Mr. Webb got me to move the coasters round because he wanted these the same.
And also these to match.
Yeah, so this is probably going to take me about an hour and a half rather than 5 minutes. So that's all lined up. Got a bit of tape here. That's my marker, so I start halfway there, work my way back down. So we've got eight turns back to there. Again, I've got marker there and there, start halfway. There should be 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 9 4.5 to that marker. Standard electrician's tape. This is just going to be my guide, this bit of tape. Just to keep a bit of tension on the line. So that starts there, that's facing up.
With a little bit of playing around, guys, you can get them to literally match each rod. Some people won't be very fussy about it. Me personally, if I've got to sit there watching them, it would do my head in if they were all over the place. But Joseph does a fantastic job of this. Some people do it where we've done it with electrical tape here now. They'll tape the tape on and do what we've done now, and then they'll go over the top with silicone tubing just to finish it off nicely. Personally, I like the electric tape. If it gets dirty or stuff, it's easy enough to replace and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Once it's done, and it's just a nice little touch. I mean, a lot of people go out and spend money on tennis racket tape. I know Nick's a big fan of that, just to finish off the rods and stuff. Me personally, I'm a big fan of this. I've had all 3 rods done, and I haven't looked back. I mean, sometimes, not all the time, but when you're fishing in the winter time, it can get quite wet and cold and slippery at times. And when you're swinging a lead round and trying to hit it to the horizon, it has been known for rods to fly. And I've done it for 2 occasions before. Once in the Tamar in Plymouth, and once in Norway. And yeah, it's not nice to see your rod go towards the water, but it just helps with having that grip sometimes, something to just grip hold of you. And yeah, away we go. But it is a really nice finishing touch on these rods.
Just hold the line tight down here and spin the rods the easiest way.
Joseph's sort of got the act of it now. I remember last time he did put marks there, but I think he's sort of like got the gist of the gap there now. As I said, it's a little bit playful. I mean, he done the other one. He probably took about, I don't know, 45 minutes to do the first one. So it's not an easy job to get perfect.
I mean, you can throw it on in 5 minutes if you're really not fussed about spacings, and I think my rods took me about 2 minutes each. Sometimes it helps to have 5 hands. Just a little bit of tape.
As you can see there now, he's set base of the grip. It's just a simple case of going over the electrical tape now, and pretty much away you go. There you go. Sort of lines up together. That's what you want. Cheap as chips.
I think all in all it'll probably cost you what, 80p. Bit of old shock leader.
Less than a fiver, I reckon.
Less than a fiver for grips.
Easy, and that's, you can't complain at that. As you can see now, he's manipulating them to match the other side. Because he knows I'm very fussy when it comes to that sort of stuff. And away you go. So after a little playing around now, as you can see, it's pretty much perfect. And time for the electrical tape. I mean, you could do shrink tubing now if you wanted to. Slide him up through. We're not going down that route. You could go all the way up through, you can go all the way down and do what you want with it really. The world's your oyster, but personally, as you can see what Joseph's going to do now, we'll literally go all the way up. Move that one to the side for a minute. The trick with the trade here is to roll the rod. So he's just keeping the tension of the tape, and he is literally just turning the rod. Go all the way around. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. There we go. So we're going to do on a Friday evening while we're waiting for that Saturday tide. Yeah, just had a bit of spaghetti bolognese for tea, and going to get our heads down for a good night's sleep, ready for tomorrow's adventure. Should be nice. Looking forward to getting out, to be honest. Something I ain't done for a little while. I'm very much looking forward to doing it as well. After last weekend's nightmare, I mean, couldn't go. The weekend before, I couldn't go wrong. The last few trips, really, just smashing them out, and then last weekend was. I think we all get it from time to time. It's not like you're doing nothing wrong. It's just one of them things, and it's fishing for you. And yeah, I'm out to redeem myself this weekend, though. Probably not the best place to redeem myself,
Definitely
really.
not the best place to try and
because it's all or
yourself.
nothing. But it's always paid off. It has paid off in the past, so yeah, you never know, do you? I've seen some half decent fish over the time there as well, so it's not a bad shout. Good tide. Let's see if we can get one out in it. So there you go, just coming to the end there now, and yeah, literally you'll cut that off. Now you could leave them like that now, guys, but just to finish them off, really, I tend to just have like a nice trim on it. It's one of them, really. You can do what you want with it. And what Joseph normally does is goes over the top like so. If you match that up to that one,
Yeah, it should be the same.
yeah. Got to watch him, boys and girls. Right. So that. There you go. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
There you go. Actually cut that one on the side. And then the rod will have to come out and play again, won't it?
Not. Yeah, wrong a minute, yeah.
top end of it like so. And that is matched up to perfection. A little bit of time and effort, and yeah, the finished product is always worthwhile. So I'll just give you a quick demo of the rod, and yeah, we'll leave you to enjoy your evening, guys. But for those of you who are looking to do grips, there's a lot of questions I've had about asking about them. That's all we literally do, and they're very, very grippy, as you can see there. And yeah, perfect finishing touches for your butts of your rods. But before you go, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the new channel. And yeah, lots of interesting things, to be honest. Not for everybody's cups of tea, but for some of you, we'll get a few hints and tips there, and answer a few questions. But yeah, here's to a good weekend's fishing, tight lines, and we look forward to catching up with you in the main production on the Sea Angle Adventures site, which will YouTube channel, sorry, which will be up and coming probably over the weekend. Last week's production's on there, which went on this morning, but as we got this new adventure, the Sea Fishing Show with Andy Webb YouTube channel as well, so make sure you subscribe to both, and we'll catch you later on. Tight lines, guys.